And now, I am live. It finally loaded through. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is MrHurriicane, and tonight we're playing some more Madden 17 Fantasy Draft Franchise with my Dallas Cowboys. Of course, the team I drafted out of a hat. And yes, okay, the lates are okay tonight. But it's good to see you all here. It's been a couple weeks since the last live stream of this series, so I apologize for the delay, but we are back tonight, and we'll be back on track this week. I know a big topic is going to be MLB The Show and waiting on the new franchise to debut, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But I played a lot of the show in the last week, and I'll be playing a lot more of it. There's so much for me to do on there right now with my new Road to the Show series, with the franchise upcoming and Diamond Dynasty. So today, I'll talk about that a bit, but for now, we have the Cowboys and the Vikings in tonight's game, a team that's only 2-9. Let's check on their injury history over this season. Look at the teddies in the comments. Everything is good to go. Excellent news. So Cowboys, no injuries, whereas the Vikings are sitting around with David Bakhtiari hurt. Big blow to their offensive line. What does the rest of their team look like now as we're going to take the field and look for our fourth straight victory? Still on the quest to save our season. And last episode, Jay Cutler almost had his season ended. Looked like a hit he took was going to end his season, but he's bounced back and he's going to be good to go today. As we're up against Ryan Tannehill, Spencer Ware, also Kelvin Benjamin, Tyler Lockett, Kamar Aiken, Martellus Bennett. I wouldn't mind if Martellus Bennett was a Viking instead of a Packer. Then defensively, Dontari Poe. That front seven really is not that great. You got Patrick Peterson, Clinton Dix, and Carl Joseph. Like, that defense, otherwise, I feel like we can have a good game against them. So, let's try getting back to 500. The quest for average. That's all we wanted today, is get back to 500. Oh, and it's color rush time. So here we go. Yes, Sano did make contact tonight, blasting a home run a long way. He's fun to watch. There's going to be a lot of home runs and a lot of strikeouts this year. Hopefully he gets above 30. We'd like to see him, break 40. So what are you guys up to on this fine Monday night? Finally get to catch a stream live. Good to hear, Seasbucks. Hoping I can do, more streams and then more chance to see stuff live. You think Buxton could do anything for the Twins bat-wise because we know he's an excellent fielder? When the strikeouts get cut down, that's the big thing. Now, he should be a big part of my Twins franchise upcoming, which, by the way, I'm just waiting for the rosters. I want OSFM rosters, get the minor leagues all right, all the customization they do. They put a ton of work into it, and that is going to help us get the Twins franchise underway. And whatever day that comes out, I'll be recording, and then from there I'll announce the first episode, which will cover the intro to the team, opening day, and the first moments for us on our quest to rebuild the Minnesota Twins. Greetings from Germany. Greetings. How late is it over there? It's got to be at least midnight or close to it. What is it? 5-6 hours ahead of me? How's MLB treating you? Great so far. Been doing most of my content on the show over on my second channel, doing a live commentary Road to the Show that a lot of people are enjoying so far, and that's been a pleasant surprise as far as the reaction and whatnot goes. Brought in a lot of new subscribers to that channel, and then some Diamond Dynasty over there as well, and I've been getting lost in Conquest as of late, trying to get some more progress. I think I have 3 strongholds so far taken care of. So obviously still a lot of work to do, but I'm having a great time with it. And between those 2 modes and then franchise, I'll be logging a lot of hours, I think, into the game this year. Germany is 8 hours ahead. Wow. So that would make it like 3 in the morning over there. Maybe you don't like sleep. I don't know. That's up to you. So what do we expect here with Ryan Tannehill and this Spencer Ware offense? I expect a lot of running here. Martellus Bennett, good combo tight end. Benjamin can test us with the size, whereas Lockett has the speed. So we'll stack the box, hope for the best, I think, most of this game, as Spencer Ware's getting loose. Out across the 40 and a first down. 43 yards on just 2 carries. Where's my my Chargers defense when I need them? You know, Denzel Perryman can take plays like that away. My conquest is going all right. I think I'm at 110 million fans or so, as Kelvin Benjamin breaks the tackle and has the first down. But right now the Blue Jays have like a third of the United States, and they have like 10 different strongholds. So I'm doing my best to fend them off and slowly work toward the eastern part of the United States. Whereas the western part on my map has more competition. So I'm kind of letting the Dodgers and everybody fight each other, whereas the Blue Jays really don't have enough competition, so I have to focus on them before they can build up too many numbers. So far, though, this ground game definitely a concern. And we knew that going into this season, that it would be hard having basically Luke Kuechly and then everybody else. As Ware carries, there we got the stop. I might force a throw here. So yeah, good to have baseball back. I watched a couple games yesterday. Although I watched a lot of the Diamondbacks-Giants game, I did not watch the last couple innings. But tonight I did watch the Twins. Quite happy with the result, as they only allow, I think, 2 hits and win 7-1. And the Royals walked 3 straight batters with the bases loaded, so that was very interesting. 3rd and inches, Ryan Tannehill, he's going down. Look at that. It's the hero of the series. 10 sacks for Eric Walden. Unreal the impact he's had for us in this series. Got the first super chat of the night. Do you ever replay connected franchise games? No. Whatever happens, happens. And that's part of what keeps it fun for me, is I want to see, you know, how things unfold, what goes right, what goes wrong. I mean, there's no shortage of ugly games on my channel, but what keeps the experience fun for me is just kind of the unpredictability of things. Oops, get that spin. And then just seeing how things unfold. And you never know, like, we might have a bad week one episode, but how things move from there, it's all part of the story. You got to take the good with the bad. That's what keeps franchise fun for me. Hold your block. Come on, tight ends. So Minnesota attacks on 3, and now here we go to work. I'm at the point where I get 70 million fans per reinforcement phase. That's pretty good. I'm at the point, and I'm happy where I'm at, getting like 22. So you must be almost done then. Yankees losing on opening day is now a tradition. I don't know, 27 Super Yankees. I'm just waiting. Part of me wants to see the Yankees win a series, just so that you have this whole conundrum with your name. And do you go out and make 28 Super Yankees, or do you just stick with it? Do you listen to Pardon My Take? I do. I used to listen to it a lot more. Not so much recently, but I do listen to the show occasionally, and I probably will listen to their new episode with J.J. Watt. So due to a lot of pressure on that drive, not much going for us there. So Marquette King, boot this away, please. Do you think the Bears will improve this year? Probably. I can't see them being worse. They did get a couple pieces to work with, though. I mean, at least you have Jordan Howard now to kind of build an offense around. He had a very nice season, especially in games against the Vikings. I'm pretty sure, I wonder what percentage of his production came against the Vikings. That first game was unreal, and then I think he was pretty efficient in the second game, as DeMarcus Ware gets us our 2nd sack on the day, so both our edge rushers have 1. And by the way, when this series comes to an end, which will happen as soon as either we win a Super Bowl or we are eliminated from playoff contention, what I'll look to do next is I actually want to do a rebuilding series on here, more of a simulation-oriented series where it's more drafting and the general manager focus side of things. And that way I can kind of keep these streams a little bit more conversational and keep your feedback involved in what's going on. And whether it's moves we're making, because in here, you know, it's just like a game and then whatever happens during the game. But that's, I want to try the rebuilding series out here. That might not be for everybody, but I at least want to give it a shot. By the way, great play there by Luke Kuechly, preserving that stop for us. Kuechly's our #1 pick, remember. So here we go, back with Jerry. I keep wanting to say Jerry and Grant. I don't even watch the Bulls. I don't even watch basketball that much. Why do I always want to say Jerry and Grant? Jakeem Grant, my bad. So heading back to the ground now as Shady McCoy just gets stacked up by Hankins and they just rule the play dead. If you do rebuilding, keep it realistic unlike every other YouTuber. Hey, I gotta do things the way I enjoy them. And so part of what I want to do is not trading, and that's where I think you can exploit things a little bit and it's not as much fun. My idea is to build a team, not completely scrap a team and get like 39 picks. I want to be able to build in a way that is fun. Uh-oh, wide open, thank you! Shady McCoy with the face mask on top of it. That was the nicest hot read Madden has gave me in a long time. I had that little, basically a halfback streak, and they blitzed, leaving it wide open. That was awesome. You're keeping an eye on the Minnesota Wild. I can't say I have kept a very close eye. I know they had a phenomenal year, and then lately they have not been playing as well. And it just seems like here we go again for Minnesota sports, looking at another team that might not be ready for the postseason. All right, last play of the quarter now. And we're going on the deep comeback. Oh, Patrick Peterson there to break it up. Intended for the Gazelle, Tyrell Williams. When do you think your Twins franchise will begin? It's going to depend on the OSFM rosters. I don't know when they're going to be out. It sounds like they're getting closer. But it might not be till later this week. So perhaps this weekend, episode 1. But I think once the rosters are out, I'll need a day or two to play games and see what I want to do with the episode, as this is the end of this possession. Again, the pressure. Good coverage this time by Minnesota, so we'll kick it right back. Who chokes more, Twins or Vikings? Man, I have to deal with enough sports choking as a Minnesota sports fan. Like I've mentioned before, I was born in 1992. I'm 24 years old, and since then, the Wild, Timberwolves, Vikings, and Twins have never even made it to a championship game. The Lynx have been great, and the Gophers won the NIT a couple years ago. So that's the extent of Minnesota sports success that I've endured in my life. Here's Tannehill, and he's almost picked off by Stephon Anthony. Come on, man. How do you drop the easy ones? Uh-oh, we got a mismatch over somewhere as they give this to Spencer Ware. The spin move, and in the open field he goes. Inside the 30, and see you later, Spencer Ware. We give him just a little crease. I want to see how that unfolded, though. An 80-yard touchdown for Spencer Ware. Got the box pretty stacked, but they create a big lane here. This guy scored a touchdown. Look at the spin. Williams and Anthony both whiff. There's a block on Eric Reed. And you can't really overcome 3 missed tackles or missed opportunities on a running play and have anything go right for you. OSFM rosters are usually are released near the end of the month. I thought it was a little bit sooner, and it sounds like they're getting closer, so I'm not expecting the end of April. But I'll just remain patient. Whenever they come out, they will be out. All right, Jakeem Grant. And that was a bad return. The Twins won the World Series the year before you were born, right? Absolutely. That's the case. I got born, and then the Minnesota sports all decided to say, you know, he doesn't deserve to watch championships. It'll happen eventually, I think. I might have to live well into the triple digits to see it. But whatever it takes, I guess. I've seen a lot of losing in my time as a sports fan, though. The Twins spoiled me for a little bit. Everybody's covered. Because the Twins are really good for a while. The Vikings have been inconsistent ever since I became a fan of theirs. But you know, I've just come to accept it. Alrighty, can Will Fuller perhaps break open here on the post? We need to get something going in the air. And we got it, Will Fuller! That was close. That was a tight window. Look at Jay Cutler on this play, with pressure bearing down. Making a throw just past the arm. That was nice. What will you be looking for in your Madden 18 teams? What I always look for is just, I like a good blend of needs that still have to be filled and young players to develop. That's always something I look for. I'm always looking for a challenge too, like, I was already almost thinking ahead about next year, but the Eagles did not have a first-round pick because they traded so much to get Carson Wentz. But then the Vikings traded them. Oh no! Cutler lost it. The blitz there again. Vinny Curry recovers. But I was actually looking at, you know, keeping the Eagles in mind for next year because they didn't have a first-round pick. And I'm like, oh, that's a challenge I've never had to really deal with before. But then they go and get, you know, the first pick from the Vikings for Sam Bradford, so now they're going to have a chance to draft a great player there. The main thing was, obviously, it wouldn't be like me having to deal with not having that pick, but I'd be picking up a team that didn't get to use a first-round pick and probably has some holes because they traded so much for Wentz and had some other defenders to pay. But, you know, Eagles are a possibility, but I'm not going to go through teams right now. We're still a few weeks from the draft, and after that, then I'll start thinking more seriously about what team I want to spend a year with. Wow, a $129 already for Spencer Ware. 80-yard touchdowns will do that. You should make COD vids again? I haven't played Call of Duty in a while. Actually, no, I played one game about a week ago, and I got to play a match on the remake of Terminal on Infinite Warfare. Or no, was it? Yeah, it must have been Infinite Warfare. But besides that, I mean, I've wanted to play more Horizon, but I haven't found the time. Same with Ghost Recon Wildlands. As Bilal Powell will get close to a first year. I think we stopped him short. We did, but not by much. But lately I haven't really found the time to play a lot of other games besides Madden and The Show, NCAA. So 13-0 Minnesota. Where did this come from? You did the Rams too early? You could say that. They're probably in a better situation to play with in franchise now than before, especially because their defense was younger then. They had Robert Quinn when he was kind of at the top. They had like a young Michael Brockers and Alec Ogletree, TJ McDonald. They had Janoris Jenkins, Trumaine Johnson. The main thing with that franchise was, okay, here's an offense that needs work. I brought in the running back. I brought in receivers. Turn things around that way. All right, so still trying to get something going in this quarter, this half. Shady getting us 3 yards a carry, not going to cut it. Let's go Z spot here. Will Fuller, you go down the middle. So here's 2nd and 7 for Jay Cutler as they'll get open outside. LaShawn McCoy hit the back juke. Couldn't do it the way that Troy Evans can, but we'll take that. Need some points on this drive. And then leave them no time to answer. How many seasons will your Kalispell Dynasty last? Hopefully 10 plus. However many it takes, really. I can definitely see it going to 10 or past 10 because there's just so much work to do. That is so much fun to play, but you know, I won't have any idea for a while. But we're almost, not quite through 2, but we'll be through 2 by the end of the month. So we're going to have a couple different off seasons this month then, for those that enjoy the off-season content. So 2-minute warning here. I've come back after 2 or 3 years of not watching this channel. Can't wait to see how it's gone over the years. I definitely think the content has gotten better over that time, and there have been some good series since then. 2 or 3 years, you missed either a big chunk or all of the Minnesota Dynasty, which was a very fun project. I mean, 10 years in a dynasty. That's the real deal right there. All right, 3rd and 2. We're going to trust the ground game. Oh, actually find the running lane, please. First down. Did you play baseball? I did for a few years. Center field. Trying to run these slants again. Off balance, Cutler. Got it! No, come on, Will. Take some shorter strides. Get that 2nd foot in. Hey, Felipe, how's it going? We're heading back to the air again. Uh-oh, no, intercepted Cromartie. Man, no one's getting open on these curls. I love running curl flats, and no one's getting open on them, and that makes it 20-0 Minnesota. We're not getting separation on many of these routes that I'm trying to run. Still dealing with a lot of pressure. I've been working on the sliders more, even more so, trying to help out pass blocking. I'm not sure what that 2 patches ago did in terms of the pass blocking, but mine's now at 75, and I think it's still too low. So in deep trouble now, down 20 to the Vikings. There we go, Larry, getting open on the in route here as we'll get to the 32. If we can make it a 2-score game again before halftime, I feel a little bit better, but not much going well in this game so far. There's Larry again. Now he's wide open. Not very fast, though. He gets slower during the season? Is that possible? Like after week 8, like down like 4? That was not fast. I've watched the whole playlist of the Chargers franchise, and the content has gotten better, and the whole time with the commentary, I was like, you should become a football commentator. I appreciate that. I do think my commentary has gotten a lot better. It's something I always work on, and whenever I'm listening to a sporting event, I'm always Not only do I pay attention to the games, but I also pay attention to commentary and certain commentators and try to learn whatever I can. I mean, I have no formal training. I'm just a kid who got a microphone and wanted to call his Madden games, basically. And, you know, did it enough to the point where I got better at it. I think I still have a long way to go. So 29 seconds left to go. Fuller. Can't hang on to it. Now is not the time for drops, William. I just assume it's William. I could be completely wrong. Maybe he's just a Will. And clear him. Let's go, Will Fuller. That time he hangs on. That was the important one. As far as the draft goes, I really have not spent much time on it. I really haven't found the time to do a lot of things I'd like to do right now, as Larry Fitzgerald makes one heck of a grab for us. Wow. But I'll get into the podcasts and the content this week for sure and start learning more. Another part of it, though, is that the Vikings don't have a first-round pick, so I'm less inclined to really learn about the top prospects, even though I'm not just a fan of the Vikings. I'm a fan of just watching the league. But I'll get my education there where I need it. You're going to watch the Wild in the playoffs? I'm not sure. If it's, it depends on the timing of the games. Because I'll be first watching more Twins games. Oh, no, that's a fumble. We can't have that. Man, everybody covered. David Perry with the recovery. We get nothing. Empty-handed in that half. 20-0 with 3 turnovers. Man. Not good. There will be a mock draft. I'll have enough figured out by then to do a mock draft. You guys always want to see a mock draft. You don't ask for a good mock draft. You just ask for one to exist, which I appreciate. Okay. So after that forgetful half of football, hopefully one that isn't so forgetful. 20-0 Minnesota. Here's Will Fuller. So is this second half going to be any better? We'll attempt to make it that way. Starting with Larry Fitz. Dropped it. We're going to need some players to make the tough plays to get this fixed. Not sure how much of LaShawn McCoy we're going to use in this half, but Will Fuller was wide open. Bailed out too early, and the juke there. Took one out of bounds. On Madden 17, I don't always get the jukes that I'm looking for. I'm not really sure why. Sit down, shady first down. Let's go hurry up already. Why not? I demand perfection from your mock draft. I'll do my best, Taylor. I'll do my best. I feel like we're going to see a lot of quarterbacks go up the board, though, because there are so many teams that need it. Well, there are a lot of teams that need a quarterback, whether it is now or in the future. And I think that might start inflating the stocks a little bit. Because I wonder if we're going to see some teams try to future-proof themselves in the first round, which would be very interesting if a team like Pittsburgh or New York, the Giants, want to do that. Because at the same time, you have teams like the Jets and others that could use a new rookie quarterback. So it might force them to take them earlier, much like in the 2011 draft with Christian Ponder, Jake Locker, Blaine Gabbert, although not the same situations. Man, there's so much pressure. So I expect we'll see some quarterback stock going up as a result. I feel like for a while we talk about who the real best prospects are. Knocked away, picked off. This ain't going well. This will probably be a 2-game episode. It's shaping up to be one of those 2-game videos. But I feel like a lot of times with the draft, we focus so much on, here's the best pass rusher, here's the best receiver, here's the best running back. And then as we get closer to the draft, it's like, well, these teams need a quarterback. A lot of teams need a quarterback. They're competing against one another. So it's so many factors that cause quarterbacks to be taken early. And when I have been looking at mock drafts, it does seem like quarterback is kind of an afterthought so far in mock draft season. First down, Tannehill to the flats. Take care of that, Shields. If it doesn't get better by the fourth quarter, then we will sim to the end of this game and move on to the following week. But if you are having a good time and enjoying the stream, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, I would appreciate that. Give me the football. I can't even get that. Come on, man. That was a nice leap he did, though. That was kind of cool. Can we get to just like 104 likes? We're at 63. I have a weird feeling that Kaiser ends up being the best quarterback that gets drafted in the first. From what I have seen so far, as Benjamin makes a ridiculously unnecessary play. I like Kaiser. But I also, from what I saw from Malik Zaire, who is, I believe, still at Notre Dame, right? I forget. But I also like what I saw from him. I liked both Notre Dame quarterbacks. The one I think I'm going to enjoy watching the most is Pat Mahomes. Just because I like gunslinger type quarterbacks. I like aggressive players with big arms. And I want to see them play. Maybe not for my team necessarily, because sometimes they're a little scary to watch, but they're fun. Okay, on third down, Benjamin's open again, this time denied the first down. Do you have a favorite Adrian Peterson play? I definitely go back to that big run he had against the Browns where he stopped and threw a Brown out of bounds and then went to the end zone. There's definitely that. That's the big one that comes to mind. I liked his opening run against the Lions in 2014, I believe, or 2013 that would have been. Yeah, 2013. But then it was all downhill from there. Let's just run the football. You can't get picked off on a run. Oh, come on, Shady. Break some more tackles while we're at it here. Yeah, Mahomes' dad was actually a pitcher for both the Twins and the Mets. That was a lot of work for nothing. What do you think of AP possibly going to the Pats? I think that's one of the best fits. Because we know the Patriots like having that power back. Come on, Cameron. We know the Patriots like having that power back, especially down near the red zone. And the Garrett Blount gave them some really good games. I could see Adrian Peterson being asked to do the same, while James White and Dion Lewis, Rex Burkhead, you know, handle more of the third down and pass game duties. But what I was reading today said that Peterson left without a deal. Got the first down there at least. Short, Tyrell gets us a few more. I hate having to check it down this much though. Like, I'm not normally a deep passer on these games, but the way these sliders are treating me. Like, check down is too often one of the first things I'm looking at. They're also playing a lot of zone coverages that focus on more of the intermediate spots, and they're giving up the underneath. I'm not sure if that's because of the lead or just because of their play calling, but kind of making it hard to stretch the field. Oh, that's not good. Do you see Keenum taking the backup spot or Heineke? I would have loved to see Heineke actually play last year, but that didn't happen. I think Heineke can beat him out. The Vikings like Heineke a lot from what I've read. I think he can beat Keenum out, but I like getting competition there, so it's just not uncontested. Uh-oh, got behind Patrick Peterson! First down. And now a handoff to LaShawn McCoy, who gets down to the 2. One more of those, hopefully. They got the box stacked here. Got to throw this. Touchdown, Will Fuller. Finally. Might be too little, too late. We have a 17-point game right now, so we need this conversion. And didn't get it, picked off, and that could be a pick 2. Come on, Will. Come on, Will. Not a pick 2, but could not get the conversion to go. 23-6. So as far as what I want to do after this series is done, which is the rebuilding series, I want to rebuild the team, you know, mainly do simulating. I'm not sure if I'll play many or any games, maybe some, but I would like to do a rebuilding series, focus more on the behind-the-scenes stuff with handling the roster and the moves and taking care of the finances as an owner. So what team would you guys like to see me do that as? Because it would be not a fantasy team, it would just be a regular team. And then go through drafting, free agency, and trying to build the team up. It might not be interesting to a lot of people, but I know it is to some, and I want to at least try it out. Bilal Powell breaking through. I think he got the first. That is close. No, we get the spot to go our way. Alrighty, so we need 3 scores in 7:35. It can be done. Nah, go touchback. Uh-oh, that's... Thank you. That was close. Seeing the Jets, the Bills, the Bears. You know, I might not mind doing one as the Bears. That might be a fun team to kind of work with. Oh, man, as Shady was breaking open. You guys can't protect just a little bit longer. Outside now, flag on the play. Tyrell Williams has this one, but I bet it's coming back. I bet it is. Lane Johnson this time, 2nd and 24. Why not? When's the next Chargers video? I have it edited. I did not complete it tonight, but I would like to get it up tomorrow. Come on. Come on, Jay! But tomorrow morning I'm going to the dentist, and if I come back and I still have, like, if I can, like, talk normal and whatnot, then I will do the commentary once I get home. But I expect it to be up tomorrow. Uh-oh, get out of the end zone, Jay. Jay, you're in trouble. This is bad. 4th down here, and if we fail this, it might just be time to super sim to the end. Absolutely nothing to lose. Bears are fun to work with, just kind of difficult, and that's why they're fun to work with. Oh, incomplete. No one even touched it. So a very forgetful first game here. We're going to sim to the end. We're going to do it this way. Just see how things go, as I expect the Vikings to run most of the clock out. They get a touchdown. They got the football back somehow, and then the game is over. 30-6. All right, let's get on to the second game of the stream. And if we lose this next game, I think this series might be complete, because this is our 7th loss. If we get our 8th, that might spell the end for our playoff hopes. And the whole idea was with this series was to go and try winning a Super Bowl with a very randomized team of sorts. Not completely randomized, but a lot of it was. Kane doing commentary with a numbed up mouth would be the greatest thing ever. It wouldn't be impossible. I could probably figure it out. But it's a morning appointment, so I should be able to like get back to normal, you'd think, in a reasonable amount of time. Now, there are a lot of great options in here for the rebuilding thing, and if it's a series that you guys really enjoy, I mean, it could be multiple rebuilds. We could rebuild one team, move on to the next, and that could be the stream thing. I'm trying to find my stream thing here on the channel, and that's why I wanted to try new ideas. That might be my stream thing. Sounds like fun. So we sit at 5-7 right now, and we'll go one more game tonight. You should do commentary while numb. I'll give it a shot if that's the case. Although it is a playoff game, I gotta be on my I gotta be on top of things here. Once we get to that episode. Could you show your sliders? Let me do that quick. I know they still have a lot of work because the blocking is still like really strange. Space Cowboy 17, thank you for the super chat. Will you consider doing the Cardinals in Madden 18? I would consider it. Especially, depends on what they draft, but I could consider them. They have fun players for me to play with. That's part of what I want. Which would be like Tyrann Mathieu, Patrick Peterson, David Johnson. They're probably not like the best candidate for a team for me to use. Because they already have like a couple impact defenders, a great up-and-coming running back, but they're by no means complete at the moment. They definitely missed the chance a couple years ago with Carson Palmer having the off year last season, and then having uncertainty moving forward, and I expect that they're going to go and attack quarterback in the draft this year. Where is the MrHurriicane grill cooking video, by the way? Oh, man. I remember when the cooking with MrHurriicane ideas were a thing. I don't have a grill right now. I got a cast iron pan. It works about 80% as well. If you don't like cooking if you don't like your food in a normal frying pan, I definitely recommend getting a cast iron because much better than a normal frying pan. Plus, the more you use it, the better stuff gets, basically, when you season the pan, and easier cleanup maintenance, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, though, with spring finally getting here, everybody's out grilling. As soon as the cold is over, everybody's out grilling, everybody's out camping, going on lakes. You see boats, charcoal, a lot of meat, basically. The cold is finally over. When I say cold is over, I still mean it's in the 50s and 40s, 30s in the morning. So we're back here against the New York Football Giants. Jameis Winston at quarterback. Cast iron take longer to get hot, though? Yeah, not too long, though. I usually wait around 5 to 10 minutes. If you wait longer, stuff will just cook faster, too. Hey, Kane, how's the new place? I'm loving it. Definitely enjoying it. Needs a cooking show on Food Network. You're giving me way too much credit. I'm not much of a cook. Here's a handoff to Jay Ajayi as Will get there. That's Luke Kuechly's play to make. Kane should have a pool party at his house. That'd be really awkward considering I don't have a pool. You can always go get one of those like 1.5 foot deep plastic pools. Jameis. Oh, he wanted to throw it and is off the mark. He could have ran for the first down. But just like Brett Favre, he had to throw it across his body. Know what I mean? Can you do a straw poll for what team you'll do in a stream rebuild? Yes. I could do that. But I think I'd also have to do, like, find some way to narrow it all down. I don't know, I might do a poll. I could do a poll, but I might just pick a team that'd be fun to rebuild. Like the Bears actually are intriguing because I do think they're a perfect team for me to try building up. And the NFC is quite competitive, especially with a lot of the good teams in that division. You have the Lions, who are definitely on the rise. You have the Packers, and the Vikings are at least going to be annoying, even if they're not that good. Oh, now it's moved from a pool party to a bathtub party. I'm not on board. A kitchen sink party. I'm not on board with that either. Oh, catch it. That'd be illegal touching, but oh well. Maybe they'll ignore it. Uh-oh, they bring the blitz here. So we got a counter. And the anticipation. It's Larry Fitzgerald up the sideline. We got denied at the 1? Are you kidding me? How do you not score on that? Down to the 1 with Larry Fitzgerald. You know what it's time for here, guys? I don't know if we have it. I don't know if we have it. It's not looking like it's in this playbook. I want to run a quarterback draw here from a shotgun formation. We have it. Never mind. Jay Cutler, it's your moment. Oh, that box is stacked. This is not a good idea. Here goes Jay Cutler. Touchdown. What? Challenge. I am challenging that play. He definitely broke the plane. I am challenging. Jay Cutler got in the end zone. Kane, do you watch The Walking Dead? I don't, but I did. For a while I liked the show. And then I think season 2 or 3, I'm just like, they really want to make this last forever, don't they? I just wasn't a huge fan of the pacing, and I kind of got bored with it. For a while, though, I do think it was great. So we did not get in the end zone after further review. But that doesn't mean that you give up. It's about getting back up and trying again. Jay Cutler to the end zone. He almost got in. He almost got there. Maybe Jay Cutler isn't the man for the job. Maybe Mike Vick has to run the quarterback draw. Third time's a charm. No, I ran into J.C. Treader. 3 quarterback draws from the 1. Fail. We got nothing to lose. We're going for it. Going for a touchdown. Got it, Will Fuller. That'll do. Was that smart football? That was not smart football. But I got it. 7-0 Dallas. Are you still going to make YouTube videos even with the YouTube ad boycott? Yes, I'll still be making videos. This is what I do. It's out of my control. That was definitely a weird moment though. Running 3 straight quarterback draws and then throwing a little 4th down zig to a player with very questionable hands. I'm a fan. All right, 7-zip. Here's Jameis. We have good coverage, but they're opening up now, and Washington has this one. Now they go to the I formation, and Jay Ajayi, do not let him break free. Not again. I hope Kane tries that in his Chargers franchise. That probably won't be tried in the Chargers franchise. Although I did at one time call, like, what was the Aurelius Ben? Who remembers that as well as I should? The Aurelius Ben jet sweep in the Jaguars franchise, season 1. What was that, like a 4th and 8 I ran that on? The pre-snap read looked pretty good to run a jet sweep on 4th and 8. That's what it was all about. And you'll wonder why that team was 3-13. Oh, Jordan Matthews putting us on spin cycle. Have you changed the Chargers franchise sliders at all during the series? I'm using them in my Titans franchise. I'm 6-1, with all Madden, it's a little easy, but they have been good games. I have been changing them, trying to balance out the trenches basically on both sides. I like a lot of the coverage and whatnot, but the trenches control so much of offensive success. And the opportunities you have on defense to make plays. Jai out of bounds. Is your mock draft going to be 2 rounds because of the Vikings? That's a great question. I'll probably just be the first 32 and then number 48 because I'm a Viking fan and I'm not going to not include them. Jameis on first down. Everybody's covered. I like this. Throw it up and through. It's good. Kane, you remember the Aaron Dobson Hail Mary catch? I freaked out. I freaked out. I of course remember that. I'm not going to forget that one anytime soon. My Josh Freeman, Aaron Dobson game winner in Madden Ultimate Team. That's a classic right there. That was Madden 25. I can't believe that was like 3 Maddens ago. One more play. They got the snap off. Here's Winston. He'll dump it off. Make the tackle and let him kick. When will the mock draft come out? Probably the day before the draft or draft day itself. Your sliders do work well for me and my Rams franchise. That's good to hear. I feel like I get better games in my Chargers series than I do in this series, and the sliders are the exact same. So we're leading this thing here, 7-3. Hey Kane, what do you prefer, Beast Mode Run or Odell Beckham Miracle Catch? Just as preference, the Beast Mode Run, just because breaking that many tackles on one play is insane. That play definitely put Marshawn Lynch on a greater map as we almost beat them big again. Still got the big yardage. But yeah, that run was something special, and I think also what matters is that that run was in the playoffs, and it was a touchdown. Odell Beckham's catch was not a touchdown, or what? I actually forgot if it was a touchdown, honestly, but they lost that game. Not that it makes the play worse, but it makes the moment less memorable, I feel. Situations, I think, matter in that type of context. Uh-oh. Overthrowing it! Almost a second chance for Larry. That was a strange play. That was a very weird play. It was overthrown, but deflected to Larry, who then proceeded to not catch the football. All right, cover 2. Oh, man. He's trying to hit Cameron Brate. Matt Bryant, though. Knock it home. It was a touchdown? Yeah. Yeah, I forgot if it was inside the 5 or a touchdown. I remember the catch. I remember that they lost that game is all. And it was that moment when I realized that Beckham was probably going to be on the cover of Madden. So do you guys think Marshawn is going to return and go to the Raiders? That would be fun. That would be really interesting. I really don't remember watching Lynch much in Buffalo, but it was sure fun watching him play in Seattle. Unless you're a fan of the other 8 NFC West teams. I love that blend of a dual threat quarterback and a power running back, just to keep defenses guessing and never comfortable. Are you going to change your Twitter profile? I'm overdue for a change. I need to get a new avatar. I was not prepared for this. It's been what it is since, I think, Cordell Patterson's rookie season with Minnesota. And now he's a Raider. I hope he does well. What about Favre to Greg Lewis? That was one of my favorite moments of being a Viking fan. That was fun. I have watched that play back I don't know how many times. Every now and then I'll watch it a few times to listen to Paul Allen's call and just to see the catch again and how Favre got away from the pressure to make that throw. I've seen that play a few hundred times, I'm sure. You'll never get old. Kane, do you still watch wrestling? And not very often. I did watch a couple matches last night. The Goldberg-Lesnar match and then Undertaker-Roman Reigns, but I've kind of gotten disinterested. I'm sure some of it is still good, but I don't really want to dedicate 3+ hours a week to something that I'm not really enjoying that much. There's so many other things I could be watching. Not Psych, though. I took it off Netflix. But, oh, recently. Come on. No. Jerick McKinnon. Touchdown. Lately, I've gotten into the show Suits. And that I have been a big fan of. When I watch shows, I like watching, like, courtroom drama. Legal stuff like that. Like Law and Order. Or just like criminal investigation stuff. Law and Order, NCIS, Psych. That stuff is so entertaining to me. So interesting. What is this? The Cowboys come out in the Wildcat. I think Trent Richardson or Chris Johnson's back there. I forget which one is 36. And Shady McCoy. Hurdle him. No! LaShawn McCoy loses the football. I never even got to try the hurdle. Can we take a second look there? This might not even be my fault for doing something reckless like that. I tried. What happened here? There's not even like a visible move I made. Man. Was that Clayton Geathers? What do you think will happen to Romo? I still think he's going to go to Houston. Part of that is because I want him to go to Houston or Jacksonville. I would most prefer to see him go to Jacksonville. Let's take away Andrew Luck's free ride to an AFC North or a AFC South title. Let's put Tony Romo there in Jacksonville. Let's go. Uh-oh. There's Jay Ajayi breaking free. First it was McKinnon, and now Jay Ajayi takes it the distance. And the Giants have their first lead. Did you watch Making a Murderer? No, I might at some point. That sounds like it's right up my alley, right? Let it go out of bounds. Oh, come on! That's an do not step out, Will Fuller. That did not go as planned. And a flag! Is there any more proof you need that this game is not wanting me to do well right now? How is there a block there? An illegal block. Okay, just your standard, drive beginning at the 6-yard line. 17-10 New York, and down goes Shady for a loss of 2. Because we just had to go even further backwards, didn't we? Fuller. Got it. And now it's a foot race. He might catch him. But he won't. Will Fuller, 96 yards. Thank you for that single coverage. Do you watch The Flash? I haven't watched anything superhero related, like in my life. I didn't grow up watching them, and I just don't see the allure to start watching them. But clearly, there are a lot of people that still want to see that stuff because, like, that's what movies are now, basically. Superhero films, and I'm The Rock. It's like the only movies that are ever in theaters. So we're tied at 17 here in the first half. Jameis goes down to Marcus Ware. Kane, when you made your college team, did you have your roster on Cupcake? It was on Cupcake, but I edited a lot of the ratings, so it wasn't the exact template. If anything, though, I think I made the team worse. So there's that. Because on Cupcake, they automatically give you an 80 overall running back. And obviously, I did not have that. Jameis. Oh, come on. 2nd and 19, and they get it that easily. Would you rather have Joe Buck narrate your life or have Chris Berman read you a bedtime story? I've always liked Chris Berman's commentary, honestly. It's never really bothered me. Well, not his play-by-play as much as, like, his Sports Center stuff. Honestly, though, I will say that I think that Joe Buck has gotten more entertaining over the last couple of years. I think he's improved. My favorites, though, are... My favorite is Mike Tirico, who no longer does Monday Night Football, and that bums me out. But his replacement... I forget what his name is, but he also, like, Sean something, I forget his last name. I really enjoy his commentary. I really like Kevin Harlan. Uh-oh, T.Y. Hilton. Now, obviously, Paul Allen, who does the Vikings play-by-play on the radio. Were names random? The names were not all randomized. Well, here's the thing with the names. I ran the random generator on there to find names, and then I slotted them in as I felt fit. So the names, I didn't think of the names myself, but I did, like, kind of have some control over it, if that makes sense. Kane, better memory, Favre to Lewis or Farrat to Berrien? Well, I honestly do not remember the Berrien touchdown all that well. So definitely the Greg Lewis. It won a game, and I actually remember it. Do you know you can change ratings for your roster on Connected Franchise to what you want it to be? Well, there's no reason for me to change it because what I want the ratings to be are whatever the ratings are plus whatever points I can put into various players. There's nothing I want to change. Chris the dog is here. Hello, Chris. Did you watch that great Twins victory? Are we getting some drop frames here? Let me see how things are going with that. It looks like it's recovered. I'm seeing some buffering on my end. Let me just make sure we're all good to go there. I think we are back. All right, from the 4, Jameis jump ball, knocked away. DRC denied Jordan Matthews. That's nice. And now it's Winston from the 4 with 10 seconds left. Jameis. Open touchdown, Trey Burton. That was some of the worst coverage I've seen from cover 2 in the end zone in this game. Wow. Someone has the name Tulsa fan in here. That is just one of the fun new things inside of Road to the Show. Another flag. Do you think you will ever have a winning season in NCAA 14? Yes, I do. Just gonna take some time to build the team that I need. Let's hope for a 78-yard touchdown, everybody. Uh-oh, barely got out of the way. Larry Fitzgerald, he's gonna go the distance. Wow. Unreal, they let him go all the way for a touchdown. I caught that and I'm like, it's time to lateral. And Larry's like, no, I'm wise, I'm experienced. I'm not lateraling this football, we're going for a touchdown. That is one way to do it. Unbelievable play. That, we gotta watch that again. How did that work? I cannot wait for the chat to catch up to that. So he goes up for it here, gets an immediate broken tackle, and then a miss. Did the fake lateral help at all? Because, like, he's got his arms around the leg, but can't get a grip. Unreal. That's one of the best touchdowns I've had in this Madden. That is what I'm talking about. I almost pitched that football, but attempting the pitch might be what got us to the end zone. (24-24). How about that for a half? And now we get possession. Jakeem Grant, take it out. A couple of these returns have been very close, and this was not one of them. Yeah, Larry made the thumbnail. No one's topping that. I mean, by all means, try. Give it your best attempt. Good little gain there on first for Shady. When is the next Chargers video? I'm looking to have it up tomorrow. The only thing that could hold it back is if, like, when I go to the dentist tomorrow, if, like, I can't commentate and my mouth isn't back to normal in time, which should not be the case. But I guess there is a chance. It's an early appointment, so I think I'll be good to go. Even Tulsa fan has to be happy about that one. Larry's open again. Let's go. Down to the 40. Cutler has 299 passing yards on 11 attempts. Fitzgerald has 190. Set you up, go the other way. I had it all set up the right way. Why did Joseph have to sneak back there? Not much defense in this game. 48 points already. I don't think these teams are done. Uh-oh, another good run here by Shady McCoy. And that is a Will Fuller touchdown. We are just throwing at will against this defense now. What a catch by Fuller. And we are back in front. 30-24 Dallas. When is Kalispell? I'll be playing Kalispell tomorrow. I assume that will be up Wednesday. How about the Saints or Madden 18? I won't rule it out. I need to break the receiving yard record in this game with Larry. What is your favorite NFL team that is not the Vikings? There really isn't one. Like, there's no other team that I like root for on the side. Depending on how certain teams are playing and what players they have, I will like, oh, I hope that the Chargers win this game because I don't want the Jets to win this game or something like that. It just, from week to week, game to game, if I have a rooting interest, that'll swing things. Typically, it's fantasy related, so I'm just cheering for players typically, which is a roller coaster ride. Does that make up when he tackled his own teammate? I think it might. That might do it. A little later than I would have liked, but Larry Fitzgerald's play definitely makes up for that mistake. Trying to run this blitz here as Ajayi gets stacked up. 81 yards on the ground for him. Definitely a step up from our last game, but still not solved. If you take the Saints, I'll never talk to you again. Sorry, Chris. It might be the Saints. Who knows? Screen. Got it. Did you beat the Giants in week 1? No, I lost to the Giants in week 1 in this series. I think it was a close game, but we lost. On 3rd and 13, here's Jameis. Gotta go down the middle. T.Y. Hilton first down. Both teams making those big passes. The scoring has been unreal. On first down, Jordan Matthews gets 10 more. How do we slow these guys down? Second and inches. Jameis hands off, and Ajayi's in trouble. Losing a couple here. How about Chris? I do a franchise with the Falcons where I just run them into the ground. Trade away Julio Jones. Let Matt Ryan go. Who are we going to build around? Maybe Levine Toilolo. Who knows? We're going to trade Julio Jones to the Browns because why not? Touchdown, Jerick McKinnon. No defense at all in this game. Are the Browns finally going to get it right this year with their first round picks? Like, I expect they'll take Myles Garrett #1. But the quarterback, what quarterback do they want? What are your plans for this series after this season? I'll be moving on to something new. This was only supposed to be a one-season series regardless of how it went. So next up, we're going to be doing a rebuilding series, which is more simulation-oriented, and we're going to be doing more of the roster moves and just trying to rebuild the team. Might not take many streams to do it, might. But definitely something that could be fun. You already did that in your ATL series a few years back. Oh, the one where I had a fantasy draft and decided that Joe Webb was going to be like our #1 receiver. Wasn't Christian Ponder my quarterback on that team? Arizona Cardinals, you like developing new quarterbacks and Carson Palmer's getting up there in age? What's funny is that I've already done a franchise where I have drafted Carson Palmer's replacement and then replaced him. That was my Raiders series. Fourth quarter underway. Caught by Tyrell Williams. 3:28 for Cutler. How come Trent gets no carries? Well, Adrian Peterson's not even getting carries right now. So it's hard to find room for Trent Richardson. I should get Adrian involved, though I've done a very bad job of splitting up the carries. But he's fresh. There goes Peterson for 8. This run game has really opened up in the second half. Let's stick with it. I'm doing something similar. I slow sim my games and only manage the roster and depth. Yeah, I thought about if I should sim the games just straight up as Adrian Peterson is gone. Had to make it close there, though. I thought about if I should do like a slow sim, maybe play the moments on some games. Either way, I want it to be a fast-paced series focused on constructing the team and not playing all the games. But I think that we'll find a formula that works once I get that series going, which will be the next streaming series. I don't know if this is going to be the last episode of this one. It depends. If we lose another game, I do think that 8-8's pretty much the end of it. But right now we have 7 losses, and I'll give us a chance, a fighting chance to get to 9-7. So 38-31. Jameis Winston, though, not done. Outside here for a gain of 10. Now 2nd and inches. We're going man coverage on this one. But it's a draw. Oh, what a hit on the jive by Eric Reed. Now from the 36, here's Jameis, all day, and oh, of course until the rush gets there, of course. There we go. If the rebuilding series is something we enjoy, though, I will rebuild like multiple teams. So I see a lot of great ideas for teams that I should try rebuilding. We'll try one, see how it goes. If it goes well, just keep doing more. Rebuild the Bears for a little while, then rebuild the Jets. With the idea of winning a Super Bowl. So So Jay Ajayi getting close to the sticks here on third, but I don't think he got there. He most certainly did not. And they're going to go for it. Okay. We're going to put the pressure on Jameis. We're blitzing. And it's a run. They got it with Jay Ajayi. Uh-oh, Eric Walden gets there. Walden has been the second best player on this defense, I feel. That's now, I think, 11 sacks. DeMarcus Ware hasn't been bad, but Eric Walden has been so good. I don't know how. Jameis to Royal again. They get 7 back. .337 left to play. And this game could go to overtime. That'd be crazy. Throw it away, Jameis. But that was third down as well. This time they're going to punt. So we'll try putting this game away. Let's focus on running this clock out now. Let's go to our single back ace. We'll get Shady a carry, go back to Adrian, and look to put this away if we can. Not much here on the first carry. Running the stretch this time, and Peterson can't get back to the line of scrimmage. So now, we're going to head back to the air. Larry Fitzgerald. Could he be the one to save us here? Or maybe it's somebody surprising, like Nick. No! Nick O'Leary was open as they sent a blitz. And of course, Cutler had to miss him, so we're punting it. Marquette King kicks it away. They'll have to go a long way on this one. Now we're inside 2 minutes. Eddie Royal takes it all the way up to the 39, though. A good return. So 2-minute drill time. Get Trent in. That's what we're missing. Exactly. Trent Richardson. So here's Winston to begin the possession. Good coverage. Intercepted Bradley Roby. Skying up for that one. On the first play, Jameis pulls a MrHurriicane. Throwing the interception. Trying to go to the sideline here. Thought he had enough air. But Bradley Roby climbs the ladder. And we'll take that. Let's try this again now. We're inside 1:50. And Adrian Peterson gets us 9. Perfect start. Now on 2nd and 1, Adrian Peterson denied. And then, one more time. No, Shady. No. Could not get the conversion. But a first down here would give us the win. You know what it's time for, right? We have to go back to the Jay Cutler quarterback draw. That will win us this game. Just kidding, I'm not that reckless. First down, game over. Actually, Vic was in the game, I forgot. Mike Vick comes in and closes this out. We're winning this. Whoops. Gotta call my Neils. And just like that. Bounce back in a big way. Series is not quite over. Let me just super sim, that's way faster. Don't run the football, just knee it. There. We win! We did it! We defeat the New York Giants. 38-31. Quite a game there. Quite the game. Let's check the numbers here. 11 of 15 for Cutler, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. You might be wondering, did MrHurriicane hand the controller off to somebody else? No, but that's a reasonable thought. I can't blame you if you thought that. That was one of our best offensive days of this series. 3 touchdowns for Will Fuller, by the way. I completely missed that. I had a game like that in me, huh? No interceptions, 4 touchdown passes. Playing risky. Just imagine if Larry Fitzgerald does not catch that touchdown. If Will Fuller does not catch that touchdown after 3 failed quarterback draws. This could have been a loss. But we pulled off some ridiculous stuff to get the win. Who signed my player? Dexter McCoyle. That's my 6'4" safety. So, 6-7 now. We're trying to win out and make the playoffs. Can we do that? In the NFC, so the Rams lead the West, Falcons lead the South, Redskins lead the East, but then the Saints are right there, the Seahawks, Lions, Giants, Bucks, Bears, then we're here. We're going to give it our all. We'll see if we can get it done. Maybe we can't. But if Jay Cutler can go for 4 touchdowns, no picks, and we can win that game, anything's possible, right? Alright everyone, that is going to do it for this live stream. I hope you had a good time tonight. First game was kind of a dud, but second one was definitely a really fun game. Thank you all for tuning in. Or actually, this ain't tuning in. This is just going on the internet. Alrighty. So I'll be back at this again sometime this week. I want to finish this series this week. So whether it's like 2 more streams... Well, if we don't make the playoffs, that is. If we make the playoffs, who knows? Maybe it's longer. But at least 1 more stream this week of this. Maybe 2, if that is what it takes to get it done. And then we'll look at perhaps starting out the rebuilding series this weekend, maybe, or next week. Depends when this series comes to a close. So if you had a good time tonight, please leave a like on your way out. I very much appreciate it. Check out the rest of my content here on my channel and also on my second channel, especially for you baseball fans that want to see some MLB The Show content. My second channel, MrHurriicane LP, has a new road to the show, already 6 episodes in, and 2 Diamond Dynasty videos with much more on the way as far as that game goes. So, thank you all for watching. That'll do it for tonight. Have a great rest of your Monday, everybody, and enjoy the National Championship, right? I hope it goes to like 17 overtimes. Good night, everybody. I'll see you.